everyone. Thank you very much for watching or listening today. Liam Hartree here with another episode of Presenting Champions, joined today by not one but two very, very special guests. First and foremost, let me introduce boxing legend Michael Watson, absolute legend of the game, multiple-time world title challenger, MBE, former Commonwealth middleweight champion as well. Many people know the inspirational story about his life and career and the injury he overcame to get where he is today. We're also joined today by Robbie Regan, one of the greatest boxers that Wales has ever produced, two-time world champion and world title challenger as well, two-time British champion, European champion. So we're going to be talking today not only about Michael's life and career, but also a fantastic event coming up very soon, August the 26th, where Michael is going to be speaking in Wales to an audience about his life, his truly inspirational journey, and that's coming up very soon. So first things first, once again, thank you both for coming on, guys. Absolute pleasure to have you on here. Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Absolute privilege.
Sure is, and it's great to see you again as well, champ. I'm not sure if you remember, but we met at a Gold Star show, the one where Chris Eubank pulled out of it last year. But it's lovely to see you again. Getting into it with the event that's coming up very soon. You know, at the time of this interview, it's the 18th of August. We've got the show on the 26th, as I mentioned, in Wales at the Valley Tavern. So, champ, tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to most about the event, about speaking to your fans, and what you're most excited about, basically.
Well, the thing I'm most excited about is having Michael here in Wales. You know, it's his first public event here in Wales. You know, his own public event. So it's going to be a very special night. You know, we've got some very special boxing guests. If you're a boxing fan or sporting fan, you really don't want to miss out on this.
Absolutely, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. As I mentioned, I've heard Michael speak before. He shares the most amazing stories. I hope you know that, champ. You're a pleasure to listen to. And Michael, in your own words, champ, as well, with coming to Wales to meet some of your fans who are going to be there. What are you most excited about with that? What are you looking forward to?
I love Welsh people. I'm looking forward to my Welsh fans to deliver my story. That should give them great hope. To all those that are suffering mental problems in their life, then they hear my story, that give them the hope where it's needed, and give them the inspiration they need to come from me. I look forward to joining into with Rob Regan. It should be good.
Absolutely. It's going to be an amazing evening, and you are a true inspiration. So we're all looking forward to having you there as well. So another aspect of this to get into a little bit. Obviously, we can talk a little bit about your career as well. Now, obviously, I don't want to give too much away here because people need to come and see the talk, Robbie. Just so you know that as well. You know, we don't want to be giving everything away. But there was a couple of other things that I wanted to ask you about, both of you, and feel free to answer whoever wants to take the question. So you obviously are going to be talking about some aspects of your career on the night. One of the things I'd like to touch on, champ, is your book that you've got out there as well. In terms of seeing your life in print and seeing your story, you know, after everything you've overcome and the highs and the lows that you've been through, seeing this sort of condensed into a book about your life, what does that feel like to you to have that out there in print?
I feel extremely excited for people to know about my life. I don't want to put my hard work and effort I put in my hard work for my fans. I want to me and my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I say, Liam, you know, the word inspiration is used a little bit too often sometimes, but Michael is an inspiration to us all, and his story is just incredible. So I would tell anybody and everyone to go out and get that book. You will not be disappointed.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I second that, champ. It is amazing. So what I'm thinking of doing from this point is we've talked about the event a little bit. Now, in terms of touching on just a couple of aspects of your story, Michael, obviously we don't want to say it all here because people need to come and see you to listen to it. But just a couple of inspirational things. And Robbie, the reason for this is then it sort of whets people's appetite for what they're going to hear on the night. One of the things, Michael, I'd love to ask you about is obviously the accident and what happened in the fight with Chris is talked about extensively, and a lot of people know the story. But I wanted to look at it from a different point of view of during that time, immediately afterwards. I'm not sure how easy this is for you to talk about, but immediately afterwards, when you were in a very, very bad way, obviously you kept going and you began to walk again, and it took years. What I'd like to ask you about is at that time, going through your mind, what was it that kept you going? What was it that kept the belief that one day you would walk again, you would regain, the use of your body? Let's go back there a little bit, if that's okay.
My life, everything that has happened to, what's happening? Sorry. Everything that's happened to me for a reason. I'm a man of faith. You know, I mean, to give people that's having a hard time in their life. You know, people are going through a lot of misery in their life. That's going through turmoil in their life. I've been through the pits of hell. I kept the faith. Although they're giving that hope on themselves, but there's always hope where there's no hope. And my man, Muhammad Ali, has given me the strength to move on in my life. He came to the hospital when I was in a coma for 40 days and 40 nights. The miracle man, Muhammad Ali, came to my hospital room. He came when I couldn't talk. He came in the hospital and said, "Michael Watson, I cannot believe it." You know, he said, he's so charismatic, you know. He says to me, you are so good looking, but not as good looking as me. The way he distorted his face, I broke out myself for the first time. I made the sound. Now the healing process in myself there and then. That is amazing.
Absolutely amazing, incredible. You are an inspiration through and through, champ. And it's an honour to talk here, and it's going to be an honour on the night as well. Robbie, a question for you here as well about the event. Just going back to that. In terms of hosting the event, I understand that you're actually hosting it and basically running the whole thing on the night.
Yes.
Can you walk us through your plans for that and how you're feeling about that on the build up to it, please?
Well, it's the first event that I've actually hosted, and what a privilege to have the first one and to host it, a Michael Watson night. You couldn't ask for a bigger night. And obviously, I'm gonna be speaking a little bit about my own journey in boxing, and then I'm gonna speak, mostly about Mike. And we got entertainment there. There's going to be an hot buffet. It is going to be a fabulous night. And like I said, some other special guests who I'm sure I've got a few words, to say about Michael as well.
Absolutely, it is going to be absolutely fantastic. Go on, Michael. I can see you've got something there.
All right. I would also like to say, did you hear about my carjacking?
I've heard about it. I have heard about it. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's good to know good people in your life, you know. I don't know if you heard about my carer, her in Topilak.
Yeah.
My carer, when I had my carjacking, I was in a different world. I've given up hope on myself. You know, I thought I would have been forgotten. My mind, everything was in ruins until I met my carer. My carer brought me back to fighting fitness. The force is back from the help of my carer. We're on top of that.
So once again, Liam, and thank God that he got a run with him. And Michael showed again what a fighter he is.
Absolutely, absolutely, he did. It was amazing that you overcame that. Such a tragedy, but again,
Thank God.
Yeah,
You know,
thank God indeed, 100%.
yeah.
100%.
I'd like to mention on that night as well, we also raising funds ringside charitable trust for ex-boxers who've fallen on hard times, who've been injured. So we want to raise some funds for them as well. Actually, me, Michael, some other champions, Steve Collins, Colin McMillan, Tony Simpson, amongst others, Duke McKenzie. We just come back from Florida.
The show goes on.
And it was absolutely an amazing trip and a privilege to be with them guys. I mean, fighters have got so much respect for each other because they know the hard work that goes in, the graft, the blood, sweat, and tears, and they know how much hard it takes to step through them ropes.
And also, I would like to bring up Ringside Wrestling Care.
Absolutely, Mike.
They've been a great foundation to me throughout my life. They gave me hope where there is no hope. Big up Ringside Wrestling Care, massively.
I'll second that.
I'll third that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Amazing work they're doing.
You know,
amazing.
You've got Dave Alice and a team who are doing an amazing job. And you know, what shocks me at some of these big, you know, some of the biggest promoters in the game have not got behind us yet. You know, and a lot of these fighters who need help are fighters who made their bank accounts very healthy. So it's quite shocking that none of them have got on board yet.
All are. There's just grabbers, the selfish. They're all for themselves.
That's right, Mike.
We'll grab and run. That's all it is. We are just bothered to make money for the promoters and managers. That's all we are.
Yeah. When you've got to give a bit back, they know it to be seen.
That's it.
It's
a sad situation with the promoters. The good news is there's more awareness coming out there now about the after effects of boxing. Is more and more in the public eye. So hopefully you've got things like Tris Dixon's new book about brain trauma that's selling very well. You've got people. So hopefully more people will start to get behind Ringside Wrestling Care and raise some good awareness for what they're doing, because what they're doing is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and it's so well deserved. So moving in just the last couple of things, there's only a couple more things to get into, and then we'll sort of wrap this up. Like I said, Michael, we don't want to give too much away before the talk, but I just had a couple of other things just to give people a little teaser for what they're going to get, and for yourself as well, Robbie, and then we'll wrap it up. One thing I did want to ask you though, champ, was about your advice for people who are going through a hard time, people who are struggling of any age group, whether it's young people or anyone else, because I feel that you have a very valuable message, and as well as my own channel and Robbie's event, this sort of covers both, because my channel is all about inspiration, and you are the epitome of that word. So what would you say to anyone out there who is going through a hard time or who is struggling with any area of life?
My message would be never give up, never give in. Have that self-belief within yourself. Look at me. Look where I'm coming from. I'm a proof of the pudding. If I can go through what I've been through in life, they can go through it easily. I mean, the doctor predicted if I ever survive my incident, I'll be a cabbage. I'll never be able to walk or talk. Look what I'm doing now. I'm a miracle, man. If I can do talking now, I'm here to show people that they can do it. If I can do it, they can do anything they want. I'm true for the pudding. Don't give up. Don't give in. Move on, soldier, and fight like a warrior.
And my advice to him, Liam, would be
Yeah.
buy Michael's book, and if they read that, they will overcome anything.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of wisdom put together and sort of distilled in that book as well.
Absolutely.
And you know, it is amazing. And obviously, people will hear more about that, you know, when they come to the talk and everything of that nature. Um, so we've talked about a lot, and Michael, you're an inspiration. The way you know, Robbie, you're an inspiration as well, with everything you've achieved in your career as well. Just to put that in there. And you know, Michael, one of the things I respect so much is how you're so positive, and you're so upbeat considering everything that's happened. You know, it's an amazing thing. Um, so it's been a blessing to have you both on here. Before I wrap this up, and you know, finish this up, is there anything else that either of you would like to say, to your fans or to people watching this, or about the event? Anything that you feel we haven't covered that you'd like to mention?
I'd like to say I look forward to seeing all my Welsh fans on the night. The fourth shall return. I'll be there. I can't wait to get to Wales. To see my Welsh boys.
And I would just say to anyone, just get you know, you can contact the Valley Tavern or myself for your tickets. You know, there's a few left now, so you don't want to miss out on this incredible evening. No many days you're going to get Michael Watson in Wales. So just give this hero the Welsh welcome he truly deserves.
God bless.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, God bless you both. It's going to be a fantastic evening. And
Absolutely.
you should mention everyone will have a chance to have a photo with Michael as well. I'll be taking care of that with my team. So that's also a real pleasure. It's going to be a fantastic evening. Looking forward to seeing you both there.
The best is yet to come.
You take care, champ.
God bless, bro.
Speak soon, brother.
Have a good night.
And you, my
God
friend.
bless both. Take
Cheers,
care.
Liam. All the best.
All the best. See you soon, guys.
Bye.
Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the Simply Inspired YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos coming soon.